Snapchat, an amazing social media tool that lets me share videos all over the world during my adventures, lets me communicate with my audience. It has been an amazing app where I could face to face talk to all of my fans all around the world and engage with them. But after finding out the recent news that you're about to hear in this video, I am utterly disgusted at what I just found out. And you will be too after watching this video and checking out all the sources in the description below to fact check everything for yourself. Now, number one, Snapchat is climbing to be the #1 social media platform on the entire internet. There are more videos and pictures shared on Snapchat than there is anywhere in the world. And this is mainly because a lot of the people are drawn to Snapchat because there is no visible record of what you did. Pictures and photos are deleted within 24 hours, or are they? This has been the #1 reason why, especially young kids who don't want to have a record of everything they did in their life to be used against them, have been flocking to Snapchat. Now, Snapchat recently raised another $500 million from investors recently. They are valued at 3.5 billion, 10 billion. Some companies are even saying that they're valued at $16 billion. Now, what is this company doing to be evaluated at $16 billion? As numbers as that high, what is their major form of revenue? Since it's mainly ad-free when you use it personally between individuals and when you watch other people's stories. It doesn't bring in any monetary value. So how does Snapchat make their money? Well, when they were meeting with investors in their pre-IPO pitch, they mentioned that they had tens of millions of videos that they will soon sell as stock video in the future. Your videos, your pictures that you put on Snapchat, they are not deleted. Snapchat even admitted they will start storing 700 million messages each year. They created a new, and we knew this before because before, even all the way back in 2013, there was people who were on Snapchat and were able to go through the back end of their Android devices and see all the received messages were stored on their phone, and they're now being stored on the servers of Snapchat, which Snapchat promised it would delete. And now they just updated their new terms and services for using Snapchat, saying specifically, quote, you grant Snapchat, which is working with all these huge investors, telling them that they're going to sell your footage. They say in the new terms and services, you grant Snapchat a worldwide, perpetual, royalty-free, sub-licensable, and transferable license to host, store, use, display, reproduce, modify, adopt, edit, publish, create, derive works from, publicly perform, broadcast, distribute, syndicate, promote, exhibit, and publicly display that content in any form, in any all media, all distribution methods. That's what the new terms and services of Snapchat say. And of course, no one is reporting on the very fact that they are using you, lying to you, taking your videos, storing them, saying that they will sell them to bigger companies as stock footage. They could send, Snapchat pretty much, people blame Snapchat for the rise of sexting because all these messages are deleted. Snapchat could now take all of the sexting that you have done and sell it to porn websites legally. Legally, they could get away with this right now, and it is pretty much a sexting app. I mean the messages I get, the messages that you send me, whew, I get some weird stuff. I get some good stuff. Bad. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But what does matter is that now they could take the videos that you think are deleted, that you think are gone from your record. They could be sexting ones too, and they could sell it to third-party companies. Imagine going on a porn website and then seeing yourself, and they could legally do that, and they said that they will be doing this in the near future, according to some of the investors that were in these private meetings. That's why Snapchat is evaluated at $16 billion. You, as an individual, though, it's illegal to take screenshots and share them without consent. You will be arrested and face a prison sentence if you do that. The feds look at your Snapchat messages. Snapchat has sent unopened messages to police departments. I did a Snapchat when I was shooting videos of less lethal munitions, and I took a photo of myself with less lethal munitions. The FBI came to the location of my shoot within an hour of me posting a Snapchat doing a video about less lethal munitions. Now, of course, this is nothing new. This is all coming to a new trend, a new George Orwellian 1984 life that is unfolding right in front of us, and no one knows about this, and that's why we need to share this video and send out the warning signals, because just a few days ago, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, they have agreed and came together in Europe to remove and fight hate speech across Europe. This is starting in Europe. Europe is always the testing ground, especially England. England is always the major testing ground for these new kind of Orwellian, since they're adapting to all the surveillance grid technology that they're using against their citizens there more and more and more. It's always the testing ground to see what people will acquiesce to see what people will allow to happen to them. Now they're doing it across Europe, and they say that they're going to delete so-called hate speech across Europe. And what was hate speech? We see people, journalists, who are reporting on some Muslims celebrating terrorist attacks, which actually did happen, being visited by the police because they are reporting on what's happening. And again, it gets more absurd because it's not just hate speech. They're also saying conspiracy theories. They could say this is a conspiracy theory, even though everything's factually documented in sources below. But right now, Europe said that they're going to send all of the hate speech people and, quote, conspiracy theorist people to re-education camps. Juveniles convicted of committing crimes listed below, whether it's hate speech, will be required to undergo a rehabilitation program designed to instill in them a culture of tolerance. Again, 1984, Orwellian, Luciferian, control freak society getting rid of your right to even speak. Facebook has been doing this for a while, and they work within the government. They work hand in hand in order to suppress you and stop you and set up algorithms that stop real news from getting away from it. In the United States, we have seen it by Facebook and Twitter using it against conservatives, banning them, getting rid of trending topics in order to promote their leftist kind of liberal agenda. It's not even liberal, it's more globalist, corporatist, evil agenda that they pretend to be liberal in order to squeeze and to get rid of any kind of freedom that we have. Facebook is now using smartphones to listen in on what people are saying, and they're doing this not only to just squeeze and get rid of your basic human liberties, but they also do this for monetary purposes because they want to sell every ad on the internet. They want to become rich. And of course, as we know, as Yahoo just published and released the FBI secret requests for user data that the FBI says that they cannot even publicly speak about. Yahoo has taken a huge step forward and has announced all the requests that have been going and have disobeyed the unlawful, illegal, unethical orders from the intelligence agencies. Again, social media, it's all a trap being laid up for you. Do not be fooled. We still need to use these social media platforms in order to get this message out. So use them while you still have them before they label any kind of critical thinking as hate speech and conspiracy theorists. Sign up on our email list when you go to wearechange.org here on the right-hand side. Sign up on our email list. We are not sending out emails now, but when they get rid of our Twitter accounts, Facebook accounts, Snapchat accounts, when they destroy those and get rid of the platforms that we built up, because they did do that, they do that all the time, then we will start using the email list. Sign up as a backup because this information will be suppressed. The revolution will not be in your timeline, and we are doing this for you and by you. Go to wearechange.org/donate. Invest in us so we can expand our operations, do the impossible, and fight the Goliath that is all emerging right in front of us, creating this horrible despotic future, and the only thing standing in its way, it's you, it's me, it's all of us getting educated, being there with each other, fighting back, and saying, hell no. Subscribe. We're going to have a lot more important content that you won't hear anywhere else on youtube.com/we are change.